Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another episode of Toasty Tarot Notes, Toasty Tarot Notes. So before I begin, this is a general reading, so if it resonates with you, yes, super stoked. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm sorry. So, and also if I'm reading any sort of romantic, I do a default reading towards a female, about a male, so pronouns are interchangeable, so he's could be she's, she could be he's, he, she, whatever's going on in your life. So before we begin, let's cheers on this. Cheers to health, wealth, and Taurus season is almost up. Clink. Also, I want to wish a happy birthday to Marcy. Woo! Soul sister! Oh yeah! All right. So good. So let me do a quick reading and then I'll explain why I was gone. I know some of you don't have Instagram, so I just kind of wanted to let you know what's been going on. So let's get started. Okay. All right, so two cards came out. The first one was the Knight of Wands, and second was the Empress. Okay, that's too many. Then Nine of Cups came out. Four of Swords. The Star. Eight of Swords. The Devil. Six of Wands. Page of Cups. Okay. 3, 2, and then 1. Okay. So we have that Knight of Wands, the Empress, 9 of Cups, 4 of Swords, the Star, 8 of Swords. This is shadow side, but this is also known as the Devil. 6 of Wands. And then the Page of Cups. So this is, to me, showing that I think it's reading towards me, to be quite honest. The first one is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be kind of a Rico Suave kind of guy. Or it can be travel. I don't know. I'm thinking because my mind is on vacation. I went on vacation and that's why I was gone. So I'm thinking that this is for me because of that vacation. And the Empress, where it was feeling yourself, feeling your confident self and just being the woman. And I felt like that the entire time. And my wishes came true because of that 9 of Cups. It was rest and relaxation. This is also my May card. So this was this month. And Star is healing. There is a feeling trapped. I definitely am feeling that in my money-making job. And then the Devil, which is, that can be a lot of things. That can be addictions. That can be selfishness. This might be more on the addiction side. If this is my own personal reading, I know I stopped drinking last year, and I just didn't drink at all. And so then this year I haven't really been drinking. I mean, I drink on the weekends, and it's probably 1 or 2 cocktails. And then I went on vacation and I had drinks the entire time. So I think that's kind of a warning of that seeping back in. And then you have the Six of Wands, which is a victory, and that there's a message of love coming. So, yeah, it feels like if this was a general reading, that I totally relate to this. But if this was a general reading, this would be that perhaps someone in your life is making you really embody that empressness, and your wishes are coming true. You just need to make sure that you rest and that you don't force anything. Everything is on divine timing, and the more you force it, the slower it's going to come to you. There is healing that is at play. I think that this healing is for feeling trapped. You're not necessarily trapped, but you definitely feel that way, and as well as that devil energy. And then, Nico, come here. I had to change everything around, so she's not liking it. And then you have the Six of Wands, and Six of Wands is like a victory. So it feels like over this devil and feeling trapped energy, you're going to be victorious over it. I think you're just realizing that, yeah, this is all happening, and I need to be cautious about it and be aware of it. And that's kind of the first step of identifying problems, is identifying them and being like, that seems like that's going to be an issue. And then that emotional message, that can be a message that's towards you for someone that's coming into your life or a relationship. It's something that is emotional. So keep that in mind. All right. Well, that is done with that one. Let's do, I have a couple oracle decks in front of me. I'm going to do the Viking oracle. On my vacay, I actually brought a bunch of these oracle books because I know some of them. I read all of them once I get the card and start to understand it, but actually just reading it from front to back this is actually a pretty good book. And I thought I knew about kind of Viking history and all of that, and I obviously didn't. So this was very informative. It's a really cool oracle deck. It has beautiful imagery as well. And so half of the deck is runes, and then the other half is some of the Viking mythical people and places and things. So it was really, really cool. Really great reading. So let's see. Can we do a general read with our Viking oracle? Is there anything that we need to know? Ooh, that one flipped out, didn't it? Okay. So I'm probably going to butcher the name, and it's Ewes. Okay. What is Iwes? It's the ruin of the horse, and it tells us the importance of flow, rhythm, and gaining momentum over time. Wow. And so it's take speedy action. Open yourself up to the power of flow. It benefits us to work with the rhythms of the natural world. Equine assisted therapy may be of comfort to you. Eat seasonally available foods and notice the particular energies of each season. We are not our past. What a really cool message. And I like that it's the horse. It's the importance of flow, rhythm, and gaining that momentum. And I think it's kind of with that last reading where it's don't force things. You know, you have that ability to trot and to walk like horses and gallop and all of that. You have that speed, but you don't just go from 0 to 60. You have to get to that. So Very cool. What a really cool reading. Let's take a drink. Let's cheers to that. Cheers! Clink! Yummy. Okay. And let's do an Isis oracle reading. This was another thing. So I've always been interested in Egyptian things and all of that. And I actually, when I did a spirit guide meditation, I found out that my one of my spirit guides, and it's the one that I mainly use for this, is Egyptian and is an Egyptian entity. It just fascinated me after that, and I've just kind of been hooked. Well, when I went on this vacation, I found a book on Amazon, and it was Egyptian mythology. And I was hoping to find out more information about what was brought to me through that meditation. And wow, it was very informative and really cool. I'm still not completely done with that book, but it was fascinating. I'm probably like 20 pages away from it to being the end, but I could just read it over and over again. It was so fascinating and so cool. So I had these Isis oracle decks prior to me buying that book. And so it was really fascinating to actually go through each of these images and seeing like, oh, well, that's this god and that's this entity and that's this and that and the other. And it was really cool to finally kind of grasp those together. Okay. So, and speaking of which, this is Horus and Isis. So Isis is the woman and Horus is the falcon, and that is her son, which is also Horus. It's actually really interesting in Egyptian mythology that Horus is seen as like a really good guy. And there's a couple different Horuses. Like there is like the original sun god, and then Isis has a baby named Horus. And so it's like there's a ton of Horuses, it feels like, and it kind of gets confusing. And it's the same thing with Seth. So Seth is like the bad entity. It's almost like a Loki kind of for Norse folklore. But he's just like the bad guy and kind of like the negative aspect, kind of like the devil in a way. And it was just so funny how just reading it and how they would like blame everything on Seth. And it was just like, gosh, like that poor Seth. Like I felt so bad for him. And it was just like, yeah, Seth turned into a hippopotamus and killed these people and blah, blah, blah. That damn Seth. And it just caught my funny. Anyways, I digress. But this is just another example of actually understanding that imagery. And this is the divine sun child, which is Horus. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits and to let your light burn bright without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. What a really cool message. So, yeah, that's really awesome. It's kind of like, reminds me of the sun card, so it's very positive. Okay, so let's do a quick oracle reading for the romance angels. Is there anything that we want to say to our lovely Toasty Tarot Node? Ooh, yes, we do. That one flipped out. Okay. Ooh, so I'm just going to say this, that if you were thinking about someone in your romance, you got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So soulmates you can have a lot of soulmates. it's twin flames that are like one in a million, you know? So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's whoever you're thinking of is most likely a soulmate. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, let's cheers to that. Clink. Quick little readings. I kind of want to talk to you about my trip and everything that's been happening. It's been crazy. So, the last Toasty Tarot nights I did, the next morning I got on a flight and I went to Orlando. I have family that's there. So we went to Universal and I got to see Harry Potter Land, which is the Islands of Adventure, and then just Universal Studios. And that was so much fun. And they did such a great job. It was so cool how they did it. And like you going into Universal Studios, you have no idea. Like because we went there pretty early. And so there was still a crowd, but you're like, where is Harry Potter Land? Like what is going on? And they did a really good job of kind of hiding it. So you didn't really see anything. You can't really even hear a lot of stuff. And it was just really cool how they did it. But yeah, we went on a bunch of rides and had just a really good day. And we got out of the park probably around, I don't know, like 3. And it was thunderstorms and it was nuts. So we were really lucky to have the entire morning, and it was beautiful weather. There was no cloud in sight. And then once we left, it was like, oh, okay, well, at least we did it. With that being said, on my way to Orlando, that we were landing in a thunderstorm. And lightning storm, and that was terrifying. If you've never had that experience, I don't wish that on anyone. It was very scary. It was beautiful though. It was very powerful and just really cool, but then it just made you realize like, yeah, I'm mortal, so this is great and all, but I don't want to get hit by lightning. But yeah, we were circling around a big thunderhead, and it was really flippin' cool, but it was terrifying as well. So after Monday morning, we got all of our stuff packed up, and we went to the Port Canaveral in Florida, and we went on a cruise. Ew! And it was me and my family. It was so much fun. It was my first cruise ever. I was really nervous about everything about it, where I'm like, I'm gonna be stuck on a boat. I'm gonna feel like I can't escape anything. All the people that are gonna be on there are gonna be jerks, and my expectations, just saying, were so low, but it was really good. And like the food was good. I got the unlimited drink package, and I just was constantly having a cocktail. I can't do that anymore. But it was really fun. It was such a fun adventure. We ended up going to the Bahamas. The first stop was at Nassau, and then and that was, I really wish that I would have been more prepared. Like half of my family went to Atlantis, which is another theme park in Nassau, and I was just like, I just went to Universal, and I don't mean to like be a bummer or whatever, but I'm like, I want to experience culture, and that means more to me than going to a theme park, especially when I'm going to some place that I've never been before. It's just kind of lower on my priority list. But so half of our family went to Atlantis, and then I just went around town in Nassau, and that was interesting. It was very interesting. It actually reminded me a lot of Key West, and it makes sense of how Key West is pretty much like being sought after, like or portrayed as a a Caribbean town. It makes a lot of sense now because I've never been. I just assumed, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I think next time I really want to do a tour and go around the island and kind of get that sort of culture, because just for what the atmosphere is in Nassau, from what I read, the political climate's a little iffy. So it was just like, make sure that you're if you're a tourist, that you're in like heavily populated areas. Don't go too far away from the port and things like that. And it was just like, well, that's dumb. Like, so once you're there, because you're just like, okay, well, I guess that's it. But we had a really good time. The straw market was so cool. We actually went to a park and talked to a guy named DeAndre. He was drinking whiskey at 10:30 in the morning and was so kind. And we had some questions, and he was happy to let us know about it. And he was just really happy that we kind of like connected in that way of just like wanting to know about him and wanting to know about like what he, like who he is, you know. And I think a lot of people like that, and I think are kind of at first shocked when you're like, so what's going on? What's your name? And, but yeah, he was a really nice guy. There was one picture that I have, and my dad was actually taking a picture, and it was on Queen Street, and I'm like, ooh, I'm a queen, take a picture of me. And this guy with a assault rifle came up to us. It was like, you can't take pictures. And my dad, oh my gosh, he wanted to argue with him, being like, we're just taking a picture of the sign. And I'm just like, he has an assault rifle. We're in a different country. We're good. We don't need this queen picture. We're fine. So we finally got an angle that he was like, this is fine. We're like, okay. It was crazy, but it was so much fun. And yeah, it was just really, really cool atmosphere, really awesome. I had such a great time. And then the next day we were at Coco Cay, and that is a private island that's owned by the Royal Caribbean. And so we just pretty much sat on the beach and just enjoyed the day. I went snorkeling. I saw stingrays and barracuda, and it was just so much fun. And so when I got back home, my birthday was so I got back home on Friday. We got off of the boat on Friday. I hit the ground running and went on an airplane the same day. And it was just a long day. But Saturday, the 11th, was my birthday. So I just kind of celebrated at home by myself. The majority of my family stayed behind. They stayed in Orlando. I just had to work and had to get stuff done. And yeah, I just relaxed the weekend. And then this whole past week, I've been trying to do catch up with everything, and it's been a lot. And I'm still kind of on vacation mode. I really want to still be on vacation. I want to go back so bad. But it was really, really neat. I really needed it. I think my whole entire family really needed it. It was really great. And then and I don't remember if I put this on Toasty Tarot Nights, the one before, but Coda got hurt. There she is, right there. Sleepy puppy. With a crazy eye open. She did get hurt, so I had to go take her to the vet. That was really, really hard. The vet was pretty much saying that it was surgery. But come to find out that I've had friends that are that I've known forever. Their dog had the same thing happen, and surgery wasn't an option for them because of their dog's age as well. And it was just like, nope, they just need some time to heal. So Coda has a brace on. She is still kind of limping around. It's really sad. But she's getting around really well. She doesn't seem like she's in pain. That's been my biggest concern. But she's not in pain. She's just, I think most of it, she's just annoyed that she can't just take off, you know? So, with the brace that I have on it, it kind of slows her down and it does help her. So she's doing really well. From what my friend said, it took their dog about 2 months. So, that's kind of what I'm trying to gauge for. We're also trying to lose weight together. So she's on kind of a more restricted diet as well as I am. Because, yeah, the cruise, oh my God, it was so good. And because you can eat all you can eat. And then I had the drink package, so I drank all I could drink. And then since my family has little ones, they eat super early, so our dinner was always at like 5:30. So by the end of the night, I'm always hungry. And I could have gone to their like little cafeteria thing, but I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in my room and be on the balcony and just drinking the rest of my cocktails. And so I'd order room service, and then in the morning I'm like, that was so dumb. What? Because it's not included in your food plan. You have to pay for that. And it's obviously overcharged. And I was just like, oh my God. And then drunk, then I would just get drunk again and then do it the next night. Yeah, it was pretty funny, actually. But anyways, I had a really good time off. I missed all of you guys. I missed being on Instagram. And I just missed being on here doing videos, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to do one on the boat. And, you know, the thing was, I just really wanted to just not worry about it and just have a time to just relax. And it really, once I got home and sobered up, I really... I've been really more intuitive, in my opinion, than I think I ever have been. I've had really meaningful dreams that are symbolic of things. And one of the things that keeps popping up, excuse me, is snakes. And it's crazy because they're everywhere. And it's funny because on the end of the trip, we saw a snake at my family member that lives in Orlando's house. And it was like a black gardener snake. I don't know what they call them there. They call them something different, but it's like a gardener snake, but it's black. And it was pretty big. And on Sunday night, I had a dream about snakes, and they were rattlesnakes. And it really kind of is a little bit unnerving. And so I've just been seeing them everywhere. And it was funny, I just did a pick a card reading today about the full moon in Scorpio. Ooh. And one of them on the Isis cards was Serpent. And it was just like, oh my God, it's so creepy because it's following me everywhere. But the thing is the snake is really actually a very good luck sign. And from everything that has happened, especially my dream, the snake wasn't coming towards me, wasn't being aggressive towards me, was aggressive towards other people. And so it would just come up to me and just go right by. And yeah, so like from what I've read with it being, it's a sign of good luck if it's nice and whatnot. But if you see any aggression, it's kind of bad. omen if it's towards you. That means something in your life is happening, and none of it has. So it's very interesting, and it's just kind of one of those things where I'm putting in the back of my mind, and there's just a lot of things that are just kind of lining up where it's like, all right, well, I'm here. Because I honestly believe that during my cruise that my third eye was just completely like, all right, you're drinking, bye. like done. And so I didn't feel like I was being really intuitive or anything like that. So once I got home, I was just like, ready, I am ready. And it's been just on different sorts of messages. So I'm really excited to get back into the swing of things and start recording more videos. So yeah, I think that's really it. I missed you guys. I really did. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'm sorry I couldn't make it on Friday night. I actually had dinner plans with my parents, and that was to celebrate because my mom's birthday is this month as well as mine, and then we had Mother's Day, so we'd go to a restaurant and have a nice dinner every year, and it kind of sums up all three of those events, and that was done on Friday, so I didn't want to come here like after dinner because I had some cocktails and I just didn't. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. You don't. So anyways, I just want to thank you so much for supporting me and all of your kind comments, and make sure that you do comment below. I love reading your comments, and let me know if anything resonates, and if you have any ideas or you want me to do a specific kind of reading. I'm not doing any sort of personal readings, but if you have anything that pops your fancy, I guess, do it. Comment below. Also, before I go, I really want to do a shout out to my friend Alan. He has hooked me up with brand new music for all my pick-a-card readings, so I'm really excited about that as well. So check out my last video of the full moon on May 18th, 2019 to see that music. I will post Alan's information below. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye! Bye-bye!